Hi, this is Shelly Hitz from trainingauthors.com, and in this video I'm going to show you how to grow your Twitter followers. So why Twitter? We hear so much about Twitter. Well, here are just a few of the statistics from Twitter's About page. They have 284 million monthly active users. These are active users. 500 million tweets are sent per day. 80% of Twitter active users are on mobile. So people are checking Twitter on their phones throughout the day, all day. But there are a couple things I just want to caution you about first before we really get into the nitty-gritty of how to find followers on Twitter and grow your following. I really do not recommend you do these two things. First of all, I don't recommend buying followers. I talked to someone recently in my industry and he was saying he had over 100,000 followers. And I was like, wow, how did you grow your following that big? And he told me he was buying followers through a certain service. I personally wouldn't recommend that. I looked up that service later and I looked up Twitter's terms of service, and it appeared as if it was against Twitter's terms of service to buy followers. And anyways, if you're buying followers, they're not going to be your target audience that is going to interact with you, and you're just going to be sending your message out to people who don't really care about what you're specifically saying. And so I really recommend that you do it the slow, organic, manual way of gaining those followers that are interested in what you have to offer, are active on Twitter, and not just go for the quick way. And the other thing is, do not unfollow too aggressively, as it can get your Twitter account shut down, or you can go into Twitter jail. So you want to do it gradually, and like I said, manually, organically, finding those people that are really interested in what you have to offer and building that tribe of people who then grow to know, like, and trust you. So here are the things I recommend you look for in Twitter followers. They have a profile image, they're active, they're tweeting regularly, and they're in your target audience. So there's somebody that would be interested in what you have to offer. They already have an established account, for instance, 1,000 followers, and they will tend to follow people back. So when you look at somebody's Twitter account and they have about the same amount of followers as people they are following, it means they most likely will follow you back. So let's go over to Twitter and I'll show you how to manually find followers. And then later I will show you a tool that I've been using that will help you do this on a much easier basis. But first, let's look at Twitter. Okay, I'm here at Twitter and I'm on my husband CJ's page. He primarily focuses on the running niche. He has a website, Train Well, Race Well, and we're trying to grow his following on Twitter. And so for instance, if you're on Twitter and you're wanting to grow a following, you want to look up some things for your target audience. So for him, I could look up runner. So I could look up in Twitter and I could see all the people who have runner, and look at all these different tweets. What you can do, it gets kind of crowded in here. On the left-hand side, you can click people. And so that way you're just come up with the people and you can see who has talked about running. You can do other searches. You could do like 5K race. And if you put it in quotes, it will bring everything that is, in that. And then you can kind of see, what comes up. And here's 5K racer, and yep, they have looks like they follow people back. They're but they're not very active. Look at that. They haven't posted since June of 2013. So that wouldn't be my ideal person. But you can see how you can manually go through. You can look over here in the searches. You can look, photos, videos, and all of that. You can even discover through hashtags. Let's say we want to check, let's see, running. We could do running, and you can check all kinds of things for hashtags, and then you can find people that way too. Another hashtag I could check for him is run happy. That's a Brooks thing, but a lot of people will put that in their tweet, so I can find some runners that way. And you can look up again. Now see this one, he doesn't have as many followers, but it does look like he's following people, so that might be someone, and they are active go ahead and follow that person. But so you can see how you can use searches and you can manually find people on Twitter. Now, what I want to show you is a tool that we have recently started using, and it is trainingauthors.com/manage Flitter. And so manage Flitter is a paid tool, so you do have to pay for it, but it's fairly inexpensive and it can really help you automate this process. Let me just show you real quick the pricing. So for one account, it's only $12 a month. And if you want to add other accounts, I have the 5 Twitter account plan. You can do to 24. So if you manage accounts for different people, then you can do that as well. So if you go to trainingauthors.com/manage Flitter, this is where you can automate the process. When you come into manage Flitter, what you can do is you can come in to your account, and under here you can go to unfollow. And what I have done is I exclude people who I have followed in the past 6 days. So I give them 6 days to follow us back, and then if they don't follow us back, we will unfollow them. Some of these people are people that my husband follows that he wants to continue following, so you do that too. You can come in there, unfollow, you can come back and come under the follow tab, and I go under you don't follow back, and I click on everyone, and we do tend to follow people back that follow us. So I will follow people back in this way, and you know, because we're catching up on this account, I'll probably do a few each day until I'm caught up. Now, the real secret sauce is in this power mode. This is the most powerful thing that you get in Manage Flitter that I have not been able to find in other tools. And what you can do is you can create a filter. I already have some filters created, and this one here is probably the most powerful for CJ's account. What we've done is we've chosen users not following you, or that we're not following, and users not following us, but it's a bio search and looking for the term runner, and I chose up to 20,000 so I would get a bunch of results back so I could continue doing this for a while. But if they have the term runner in their bio, they are most likely in my husband's target audience. We also chose active, that they have a profile image, that we have never followed. We chose followers of 1,000 and above. And then this is where it's really the secret sauce of Manage Flitter. You can choose followers and following ratio. And we chose 0.7 to 2.5 because those that fall in that ratio of followers to followers are most likely following everyone back. Maybe not, not everyone, but they're more likely to follow you back. And then you want to choose people that are active. You can choose talkative, verified English, you can choose all these different things, but those are the main settings that we have chosen. And then what it did is it brought us back 4,800 people with that specification. And then we can just come in here, and I recommend for smaller accounts not following more than 100 to 125 people a day. For if you already have thousands of followers, then you can probably get away with following more people. But you can just come in here and follow the people. Now, if you want, you can, get all that data right away just looking at them, and you can decide if you want to follow them or not follow them. But what you can do then is just save these. You can also follow followers of a certain person. So for running, we're trying this one, users following Ryan Hall. He's a popular runner. So users are followers of Runner's World. And so we created these filters, and then we can come in and just take a couple minutes every day, unfollow those that have not followed us within 5 to 7 days is what I recommend. Follow back those that have followed us, and you don't have to follow everyone, but you can kind of get an idea of who they are and if you want to follow them back. And then the secret sauce is that power mode where you create your own filters, and then you just come in. Once they're created, you just come in and follow those people each day. And you can refresh And so this one has already been refreshed in the last 14 hours, and it keeps bringing you back new people to follow. You can also check out their account analytics, which is pretty cool. And you can see since we started using this just a few days ago, went from 475 followers to 638. And so these are legitimate followers. This is a manual, organic way to find people who are interested in what you have to offer. They are active on Twitter. A lot of them will say, thank you for following me. And you can start interacting with them right away, and they will be interested in what you are tweeting about. And again, it's the 80-20% rule is what we recommend. 80% content, 20% offers and promotions. And so when you do it correctly, you can really build a solid and active following on Twitter. Again, this is Shelly Hitz from trainingauthors.com, and in this video I showed you how to build your following on Twitter.